This is the WordPress dashboard. Looks very scary. Have you logged in?
Yeah, I've not seen anything like that before. That looks.
Yeah, but don't panic because there's not much that you're going to be using. So if I'm just going to go like down this list here and show you the things that you need to use. So blog. If you want to add a blog, just go into posts, add new. And my internet's gone slow, my computer's gone slow. I'm not sure which one it is. So to add a blog, you just add the title. I'm just going to create like a basic one here. So add title here, and then just write whatever you want to write.
Okay.
Or paste in the text if you write it first. And then you can add pictures. So insert a picture before, and just click on the image icon, then upload. And you can upload an image from your computer, or you can go to the media library, which is where all the pictures that are already on your website live. So let's just pick that one. And then you can make it bigger and smaller. And then you can also wrap the text around it just by clicking on the picture and then just choosing this align left or align right, and the text will wrap around it. And then add, so let's go back to the document. Then you can add a featured image, and the featured image, let me just choose that image. So the featured image shows up on the blog page. So on the main blog page, the image will show up above the title of the blog.
Okay, got you.
And like an excerpt, which you can just click to read more. So featured images are quite important for just making it look a bit more, your blog look a bit more attractive.
Okay.
Categories. So you can create categories for different types. So you could have one for birth stories, another category for another, like, I don't know, birthing tips or something. So you can just create a category as you're creating posts.
Okay.
So just add new category name and just say like birth stories, and then add new category. And that just means that people can click. The categories are displayed on the blog, so people can just click like birth stories and then see a list of all the birth stories. Or they can just use it as like a file. It's used as a filing system.
Okay.
So by default, if you use your login, then the author will go down as you. So because I'm logged in as Essex Marketing Services, that's who the blog author will be. But if you're logged in your account, it will say your name. And then once you've done that, you can just click on publish, and I'll just show you what it looks like, and then I'll unpublish it. So this is what it will look like. Just very basic, but I'm just going to edit that and then delete it because you don't really want that on the site. But adding blogs is pretty straightforward. Obviously, if you've got any questions about any of these things, then just ask me. I'm going to bin that one as well because this is like a default one that's just added to show you how to add a post. So that's the posts. That's how to add a new blog. To add a new page, you can just go to add new. Add a new page. So if you want to add a new service, for example. So add a new service, and then you click on this Edit with Elementor button, which is the page builder that makes it a lot easier to create pages. So I've created a page template. So once you create a new page, you can just click on this grey folder icon, then go to My Templates, and then Insert Page Template. And then there's no picture. This is like the header picture. So to edit the header picture, you click on these 6 dots here, then go to Style, and then you can upload a picture by clicking on Upload Files and just upload a picture from your computer.
Okay.
Or you can go to the media library and select one that's already in there.
Okay.
So then that's added that picture. The page title this is the page title. So by default, whatever you call the page, this will display in this box here.
Okay.
And then this is where the intro text goes. This is where like the second paragraph goes, third paragraph goes, fourth paragraph. Obviously this is like quite a long page, and then this is where the investment or the price goes. You can delete blocks by just clicking on the X.
Okay.
So if it's like, if you've got less text, then you can just have like a white one and a pink box. And to edit the text, you just click on the box, and then the text is over here on the left. So you just change this text and it will automatically update in this side here.
Right.
And it's the same for this. So this headline here, you can just change the text, and then the text here, you can just change that. Oh, it's uppercase, but you can just change the text, and it's all styled in your brand fonts and things and brand colours, so it's quite easy to. Yeah, so you don't need to do anything. And then this is the same, and then this is a button that goes through to the Book Now link. So that's blank at the moment, but if you create a product, which I'll show you in a minute, you can link through. You just paste the product link in here, and then that button will link through to the product page so that people can go and order. And then once you've done that, you just click on publish, and the page is live. So once the page is live, all good, but doesn't add to the navigation or the menu by itself. So I'm going to show you how to do that next. But the other thing I wanted to say is that you can add bits to the page if you want to add other things. So if you want to add a new section that's like a picture, you can just click the plus, and then click this plus here. Choose how many sections you want. So you can choose one, or how many columns, sorry. So I'll just do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Click on that. And then you can add a background image like I showed you for this one. You can just choose a background image by clicking on that, then style, then background type, an image. Just choose an image. But obviously it's a very thin image now. So what you'll need to do to make it display as an image, you can add a spacer and then make that as wide as you want. Or let's show 500. So then you can see the whole picture. And then that just fills up the entire gap. And you can make that picture a full width if you want to, just by changing the section. So clicking on this 6 dots again, going to layout and then stretch section, full width. So I don't understand. I don't expect you to get this straight away. Like, that's why I put the video into the dashboard, so you can watch it whenever you want and just watch the bit you need to watch to remind yourself.
Information overload.
Yeah, it is quite a lot, but like I said, just take your time and just kind of reference the part you need to do at any time. And you probably won't need to add pages that often anyway.
No, I think all I need to do initially is just be updating dates and things.
Yeah, so there's loads of other widgets or elements that are down here. So you can add an image this way, just by clicking on the image widget and then just putting a picture in. But it doesn't fill the entire thing, and you can't really control how wide it is. There are lots of other ones. Just have a play around. Like, there's loads of different widgets, as you can see, but you probably won't, like I said, you probably won't need to use them. And if you need any help creating new pages, just let me know. So that is how to add a page. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to save this page. To change the text on a page, say you want to change the home page, if you're logged in, you'll see this toolbar at the top. So you can just navigate to the page you want to change and then just click edit with Elementor.
Okay.
And then it'll open that page editor again. So for that particular page. So you can click on here on the slider to edit the slider. Just click on the blue edit button over here. And each of these is a slide. So you can change the background picture, or you can change the text just by clicking on content. So you can change the description, you can change the headline, you can change the button text here. And then you can change the text here, and it's just very like intuitive to use. It's quite easy to use. You can just click on things and then just change the text or change the link. So this one here, you can click on hypnobirthing and you can change the text and change the button, which is actually the wrong URL. That's good. That's my staging URL. Just going to quickly change that. Let me just change that. Okay, and then the contact form, let me just check that's going through to your email. It by default it sets it up for my email, so I'm just it's my email at the moment. Which email do you want it to go through to?
The Fierce one, I think.
Is it Yvonne at Fierce?
Yeah.
Is it the Fierce? Yeah, the.
The Fierce, yeah. Sorry, I hear me sleeping by now.
No, it's fine. So yeah, if you click, so it won't. You won't need to change anything on this. That is like a child that is refusing to go to sleep. I remember when Ollie used to be like that. It's like, you're so tired, just go to sleep.
The Tesco's just delivered as well, and I thought I was trying to put that all away first.
Oh no. Well, like I said, you can come back and watch this whenever you want. So when people order things, it will go into WooCommerce orders. And you'll be able to see the orders and what people have ordered here. And you can click into an order and you can refund them. So you can do everything from the WooCommerce dashboard, orders dashboard. And then to edit a product, so if we go to all products, and then if I go to if I go to this one, because this one's got dates and things, so you can see how to add the dates. So it's a variable product. So anything with multiple dates or like multiple options is a variable product. So all the variations, so the dates, are controlled in attributes.
Okay.
So if you click in attributes, and in block, you'll see these are the blocks that are available at the moment. So you can add more dates just by adding a line and then the information, like and the dates. For example, you just add the dates in there and then you save attributes. And then you go into variations and choose add variation. And then you choose the block that you've just added. And then you can go in and you click on manage stock so that you can manage the number of people that can book. So say that's 10 people. And then the price for that block. And that is pretty, and then save changes. And that's pretty much it. That's how to add new dates. So it's quite straightforward to do. But again, if you need any help, let me know. I'm not going to save this because we don't want to add that random one. To add a new product, you can duplicate any of the existing products if you just want to use the existing settings. So you can just like duplicate baby massage, for example. And it will just create a copy that isn't published. So you can just call it like, I don't know, baby massage 2. And then just change the URL. And then all the settings will just be transferred over. So you can add the dates in just with a line and then add another date in. And then save attributes, and then that will show up in the variations. So just add variation, and then you can just choose the date and then save. Do you think you're going to need to add any new products?
I'm sort of working on something just now, but it'll be not any time in the next couple of weeks, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you want me to go through adding a new product when it comes to it, then we can have another session. But it's just a matter of, it's like working out the best way to sell stuff. So so this deposit, I think this is birth prep. This is variable, isn't it? Because it's got the new parent birth prep and birth and beyond. But for some reason it's saying out of stock, and I'm not sure why. Weird. So that's how to, that's just how to add a product. That's how to change products. So these are private, aren't they? These courses.
Yeah.
So you won't need to change these. It's only going to be the baby massage and the ones with dates. I'm trying to think. So adding things to the menu. So if you add a new page and you want to add something to a menu, you go into menus and you'll see the pages down this left side.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just choose the one you want to add, then add to menu. And then you just move it up and down to where you want it to go. And if you want it to go underneath another one to be like a drop down, you can just move it to be a drop down.
Okay.
And then that will automatically go underneath the product, the other link. And then you just need to make sure you save the menu. And sometimes the theme's updated. If the theme's updated, you'll probably see a message at the top. But again, once a week, I would just go into themes and just make sure you can see here. So this is a theme that's active, Ocean WP. These are just secondary themes that are there. If something happens to Ocean WP and you can test, I need to test why something's not working. So if Ocean WP needs updating, you'll see a banner like this. You just click update now, and then that will update. But I would just recommend you check it now and again to make sure there's no updates, because things tend to break if themes are out of date, or especially if WordPress is updated, and the themes then normally updated to integrate the WordPress update. So it's quite important to keep the theme updated so that it doesn't break. If there are any plugin updates, you'll see a red circle with a number in, like this SEO one. You'll see that next to plugins.
Okay.
And if you see that, you need to update the plugins. So to update the plugins, you click on this box here, scroll down here, update, apply, and then it'll just add all the updates. There aren't any at the moment because I've just done it. But if there are any plugins to be updated, please do it straight away, because it can cause your website to be hacked if you don't keep on top of the updates, which has happened to a couple of my clients. Like, their plugins were a year out of date and then they were complaining that their website had been hacked. So that's why I'm offering this update service, so everything's updated all the time.
Okay.
And that is pretty much it. There's like lots of extra options here that you just don't need to use. Like, the main ones are posts, pages, products and plugins, and then WooCommerce to just check the orders. And you can add coupons. So if you want to give someone a discount, you can go into coupons, add coupon, or create your first coupon, and then call it something like 50 off. And then it could be fixed basket discount, percentage discount, fixed product discount. So fixed product discount's just an amount off a product. Fixed basket discount takes a discount off the entire order. And then a percentage discount is a percentage discount off the order.
Okay.
So it might be that if you're saying to someone, book a private course, but you don't have to pay the I want you to book the private course online, so I've got your data, but you don't have to. You can pay that you don't have to pay that £50 or something. You can just give them a either fixed product discount or a fixed basket discount for £50. You just put the coupon amount, usage restriction. If they spend over a certain amount, they get an amount off. You can do it so it applies to only certain products. or categories. And then if you're giving to someone specific, so like a friend, you can put their email address in here in the allowed email. So only that email address can use the coupon.
That's how it works. I always wondered how, like, you see like small companies and they're giving out specific
codes to people. Yeah. Or you can limit the usage per coupon. So you could say the first 5 people that sign up get 25% off. So you'd just put 5 in here. So there's only 5 available. So no more than 5 people can use that coupon. And then you can limit it per user. So people can only use that coupon once. And that goes in the email address. So, and there's lots of options there. And then you just click on publish. And then then you just give them this code, the title code, and then they can use that in the checkout.
So they can only pay by card on there then?
They can pay by card or PayPal because I've set up Stripe, haven't I?
Okay. Square, is it not?
Oh, Square, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Just going to check that it's set up. I think I've set it up. Payments. Yeah, so Square's set up and PayPal's set up.
Okay, brilliant.
I'm just going to check PayPal, yeah. Again, when you set up PayPal on a staging site, it just takes the admin email. So in the past, I've set up PayPal on clients' websites and haven't checked, and like I've had payments coming to me, which is a bit like it makes me look like I'm trying to defraud them. But it's set up for your email address.
My PayPal email's my Gmail one.
Okay. There, see that? I think that's probably because it's taken it from the admin email. So what's your?
Yvonne.McClellan24.
Is that right? Is that spelled right? 24 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go. Let's put the receiver email in as me. What I will need actually is if you want to be able to process refunds through PayPal through WordPress rather than through PayPal, I will need your API username, password and signature. So to do that, you need to log into your PayPal account. Actually, I'll send you instructions on how to do it because it's quite complicated. Well, it's not that complicated. It's just I need to have PayPal in front of me to see where it is. But it's in like the account settings, and then you request an API, username, password, and signature. I just need those 3. They'll just be like 3 strings of numbers and letters. I just need those 3 to put them in here so that you can process refunds through the website rather than having to go onto PayPal and refund people separately.
Right. So do you want me to just send you my PayPal login?
You can do if that's easier, if you don't mind. Yeah. I promise I won't steal your money.
I can guarantee there's really not much there.
So those payments are all set up. I'm just going to double check Square, but I'm pretty sure because Square you integrate just by linking it up, and you gave me your details, didn't you? Yeah. So I will create that customer profile actually. So yeah, that's Square's all set up. Square's all set up for you, so that will just go to your payment. Go to your Square account, and then that takes. I really love Square because it only takes 24 hours for the money to go into your bank account.
Yeah, I've taken a couple of manual payments so far through the app, and it's been quite good.
I don't use it anymore because it doesn't integrate with my accounting platform, my accounting system.
Okay.
But Stripe does, so I've started using Stripe now, which takes like a week to get the money.
Okay.
So it's quite annoying. But
I think I looked at Stripe originally.
Yeah, but I think Square's better if you want the money straight away. And I think the fees are pretty much the same for both of them. Or Stripe might be slightly more expensive actually, because I think Stripe charges a flat rate at plus 2.5%, doesn't it? And then I think it's 2.5% plus 30p or something, and Square's just 2.5%.
Take that out, Rudy. Not right now. I'll get it in 5 minutes when you go.
So I think that's pretty much it. You can change the emails that people get when they place an order in the email section. So actually, all of these are set to me at the moment just because it's taking my admin email, but I'll change that to you. Actually, while we're on the phone. So you should have had an email from WordPress about changing the admin email.
There was a WordPress one, I think, came in yesterday.
So you'll need to click on it and then log in.
To set the password. Correct, so click on the link because it's...
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And then you'll need to log into your WordPress account that I set up yesterday. But I don't know what the password is, so you might have to reset your password.
Right, so just reset the password just now then?
Yeah.
Rudy, I'm busy right now, just hold on. Oh. Is it my Gmail account that's on there? No.
No, it's Fierce Motherhood.
I was accepting that.
So your username is your username is the beginning of your Gmail. So Yvonne.McClellan at Yvonne.McClellan24 is your username, but you can use your email as well.
Right, should come through now. Rudy, please just give me 5 minutes.
It's okay, we're almost done.
School holidays. He had his last 8 nursery yesterday, so that's us for 7.5 weeks. I'm not impressed.
Oh no.
I was struggling before for childcare. It's going to be a nightmare for the next 5 weeks. For the next 7 weeks.
Oh no.
New password.
Yeah, Ollie goes to nursery 3 days a week, and he carries on over summer. But 2 days a week he goes to preschool, or 2 half days a week he goes to preschool. And I don't know what. I know it's only 2 half days, but I've got no idea what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do on those 2 days.
It's tough. This is the first holidays that I've had to deal with children, because last year he was in the last couple of years he was in the childminder, and before that I was working full time, so it didn't make any difference to me. Right, I think I've reset. I'm not sure if it's right. That password.
I can reset it if you want it to be one of your other ones.
I'm trying to enter a new one. It didn't like the one I was putting in because it wants to be quite long. 12 characters. Whoa.
I can change that probably. Actually, I don't know why that is.
Let's see if that works. Oh goodness me! How many characters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, one more. Save. Save password. Login.
Oh, I just got the notification that your password's changed.
I've had to like now keep a book of all my passwords because I just can't remember each of them anymore.
No, it's really hard. You can install a thing on your computer called like LastPass that saves all your passwords for you. But
Yeah,
I don't
on
really know
some
how I don't know how secure it is because it's just secured with one password. So if someone finds that password, then they're gonna have access to all your other passwords.
all of it. Okay, cool. Right, so I've logged in. That's me sorted.
Okay, cool. Have you clicked on the email to change the password to change the email address?
No, so on my phone, where am I going
Right,
into?
hang on.
Address it, account details.
What I'll do is I will change it I'll change because I have to change it. But
Okay.
I'll request the change. So I'm going to request the change, and you should get an email saying you need to click on this link to verify that you want to change the email address.
Oh, okay.
So I've just sent you that, so that should come through, and then you just click on the link.
Yeah.
And then it will change, so that and it will like admin emails will go through to you.
Yeah. Done.
Cool. And you might get there's a security plugin. You might get an email or like emails saying that some of the core WordPress files have changed. Don't panic because whenever anyone starts getting them, they just panic and say, "I think my website's been hacked." It hasn't. The file that changes is the log, so which changes all the time. Like as soon as an activity is logged, that core WordPress file will change. But the security plugin is designed to track any changes that could be malicious activity. So if you get an email saying the site scanner has detected a file that's changed, just ignore it. And as soon as I see it, I will ignore it. I'll tell it to ignore it in the dashboard, so you shouldn't get any more. But yeah, everyone always panics whenever I turn it on. They're like, my site's been hacked. I said, no, it hasn't. It's just the log that's logging changes happening to your website, which will always happen.
Okay.
So the one thing I need to do is I need to add all the meta descriptions, which is the stuff that shows up in Google, and then I'm going to submit the site to Google. So hopefully it'll start ranking. What did you want it to try and rank for? So any particular areas?
Well, see, that's a difficulty. There's nothing like my service in this area, so I feel like I'm quite unique in that.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's going to make any difference for people searching within, like Dumfries and Galloway, for example.
Yeah, because you need to have it on the site really, because if someone searches for hypnobirthing classes, you want them to get they're going to want to find one that's close to them, and the only way they're going to find one that's close to them is by you having the area in the metadata. Otherwise, Google doesn't know where you're based.
Yeah.
So if I focus on Dumfries and Galloway, and then hopefully if someone in that area searches for hypnobirthing or baby massage, you'll come up.
Yeah.
So I'll do that today and then submit the site to Google.
Okay.
So
I know you were saying before in some of your posts that because SEO to me is just like gobble together. I'm sort of basic knowledge on it. So do you need to update it every now and then? Is that right?
No, if you've got a blog, you only need to update it if things change.
Okay.
So like if you add new services, then obviously you update it. But the way that Google views updates is by adding blogs.
Okay.
So I would say try and add a new blog once a month.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get onto this sort of blogging element of it because I think it will help.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, so I would say once a month minimum, really, because then Google likes websites to be updated frequently. But if your services aren't changing and your service pages aren't changing, then there's not really many other updates you can make.
Okay.
So by having a blog, you're making sure that your domain is updated frequently.
Brilliant. And do I add a location tag or anything to the blog? Does that make any
No,
difference?
you can just put on. You don't have to add a location tag. No.
Okay.
Just write about things that your ideal clients would like to be searching for. So
Okay.
if it like you could write a blog about the mama meetups or something, and then obviously you would put the location on that because it's relevant to mums in the area.
Yeah.
So if it's relevant, then put the location, or like if you're running it, like promoting events or writing about events, and just try and put a call to action at the end, which leads them to either buy a product or visit another page on your site.
Yeah. Okay.
So they can find out more information. So you try and keep them on the site for as long as possible.
Okay. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Claire.
No, that's fine. And I'll add the dashboard onto. I'll add the video and the dashboard onto WordPress. So when you log in, you'll just see the video at the top of the page, so you can watch it whenever you need to. It'll just be like up here. Brilliant. With a checklist of things that I recommend you do. And also, if you've got any questions, I just ask that you log a support ticket rather than send me an email or a Facebook chat, because I get so many requests from people to make changes in their site, or that they've come across a problem, and I find it really hard to keep on top of them unless that people log tickets.
Totally. So where do I do that from?
So I'll put a link on the dashboard to log a ticket, but it's on the footer of my website, so it just says like log a ticket or submit ticket, I think. Okay. But there's a button on the dashboard where you'll be able to just click on it and submit a ticket.
Brilliant.
Okay then. Well, I hope that's useful.
Yes.
Excellent.
If there's any questions that I think of that comes up, then I'll just send you a message. But yeah, I think I've got my head around that.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Speak to you later. Bye.